Hello. In the previous video, we saw like how to open the terminal from control panel, then really basic commands like cd, ls, then pwd and all that, right? Now, in this small video, we are going to see few more commands. So one of the commands that you might be using very frequently is history command. So if you just type history, then you'll see what are the different commands that I executed before before this last history command, right? So ls, sendmail, and pwd and all that. So you can see all that in one shot. Then another command that you might find very useful is the man command or the manual command. So if I type in man here and then say ls, right? So ls is the command that we saw last time. So if I say man and ls, then you'll see, oops, on this one, like there is no man installed. So I think what you can do is that you can go and then on the internet you can find the man command. So if you just do man ls, then on the google also you'll like find it. So my bad. So in this terminal it is not available. So that's fine actually. Then another command that you'll find it useful is the find command. So for example, if there is a particular file that it exists somewhere here, but you do not remember the exact location of the file, then you can do something like this. So find dot means in the current directory minus name. So let's say index.php, hopefully it exists somewhere. And then you say that after find, what you're going to do is that print the name of that, the full path of that track for a particular file that you're trying to find. So you'll find that your index.php exists at like so many different places, obviously with a completely different purpose, right? So again, remember, find dot is the current directory. So you want to find below this directory, then minus name. So you're trying to search for name, then this is index.php, and then minus print is, it means that you want to print the full path. So there are quite a bit flavors to this find command. So like for example, instead of minus print, what you could do is that you might want to delete a particular file first by finding it and then removing it. So you could do and play around like with this find command. But obviously it's dangerous to remove a file without knowing what you're trying to do here. So what I'll do is that anyway, like I'll teach you what is a like how to run the remove command. But before that, what we'll do is that we'll simply start some random file here, right? Okay, so this is the file name. I opened it. This is a vi editor. I'm going to have a separate session on this one. This is not so easy and obvious to use, so I'm just going to put some random characters inside this, and then just go up, because you may not be able to see it. So these are the random characters that I'm inserting. Hmm. And then after that, I'm gonna save and come out of this. So once I save and come out of this, I'm back on the command prompt. So here, like I have the file name basically. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say rm space minus I, and then I'm gonna type in the file name full, or you just type in first few unique characters and then just press escape like couple of times, and the remaining name will automatically show up. So if I do rm minus I, then I click on this, then it is asking me should I remove that file. So if I say no, for example, the file will remain there actually. So if I do ls minus al as escape, the file is still there, right? Now I'll do rm minus I, and then again the file name, and then if I say y, then the file should get deleted. So now if I press like up arrow and then try to do ls minus al, then it should say can't access this file, the file is not found, right? So that is the error that it is giving me. Okay, now there is another thing that you could do. Let's say that there is some text, like for example an error message, right, that showed up on a particular screen. So you know that this error is coming from a particular set of files under your home directory, but you don't know which particular file or a piece of code is printing that error. Then in that case, what you could do is that you could try to search where that particular text exists, right? So what I'm going to teach you now is slightly different from the find command. So what happens in the find command is you're trying to find a particular file, right? But in this case, what you're trying to find is text that is inside some file, and you want to find the full name of that particular file, right? So let me try to find out if I'm lucky that whatever text I'm trying to search for will exist somewhere. Yeah, okay. So what you can do is that you can say grep minus ir. So here, in the previous command, like rm minus I means like interactive. It is going to ask you whether you want to do it, or want to do something or not. But in case of this grep command, where you want to search for a particular text, here I actually means ignore case, and r means you want to do it recursively, right? So grep minus ir, and I'm going to search for, let's say, 20, because I see 20 somewhere in one of those files. So hopefully that file, inside that file, will also have the text called as 20. And then I'm saying star, so I want to find it out everywhere. Now once I find something, I'm going to press control c, because this is a command that consumes a lot of time and resources, because it's going to go through each and every file and then trying to search for something. So once it finds something, I'm going to just press control c. So yeah, luckily for us, like it found group of 24 or something, right? So I'm going to press control c and then stop this command. So basically grep minus ir, then the text that you want to search, and then press the star command. And obviously, if you press again type in the history command, then you'll see, like lot of things like here. Now there are quite a few interesting things that like you can do. There is a command called as alias, actually, for example, right? So if you're too lazy to type in like the bigger command, and you should be lazy as a programmer, by the way, right? You want to use shortcuts as much as possible and increase your productivity. So lazy is not a bad word here. So as you can see that you can create aliases in such a way that you don't need to type in a command which you are using like repeatedly to the full world, basically. Like for example, history command, right? I would like to just press h and then print my history, because I run this command like very often. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to simply say alias h equal to, right? Okay, and then press enter. So next time when I say h, it is going to print the whole history. Now there is one small thing that you need to remember. Whatever you are doing on this command prompt, right, is temporarily. It is not completely saved like in your environment. So next time when you come in, you'll have to again like do alias h equal to history, right? But as you can see, like if I just type in alias, so it is showing me like other aliases out here, right? So for example, fgrep and all that, or ll for that matter, right? So I know that ll is a command that somebody has done like something in such a way that ll has become like an alias. It's not a original command, the linux command per se, right? So what I'm going to do is that at the root level, I'll simply say ls minus al, right? Now you'll see that in ls minus al, there are a lot of files that are starting with dot, actually, right? So one of these files is most likely having that alias command already built in. So for example, if I do grep, okay, this is the command that will be handy now, ll, and I say dot star, right? Okay, then okay, let's see. Okay, no, it is not there anywhere, actually. So let me do one thing. ll is not there anywhere, so I'm just going to open up that dot bash profile file, or bash rc file. Probably will be more appropriate, I think. Okay, dot bash rc. Okay, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add alias h equal to history. So this should also suffice. So in one of the commands, one of the files that is being automatically called by linux when you start the terminal, you can store like your alias command in one of those files. I think dot bash rc, or maybe even bash profile might be a better option for this. Bash profile, let's see what is stored in this particular dot bash score profile. Yeah, it is underscore profile. So I think most likely this might be a better place for that. But that's fine. What we'll do is, we'll for now exit from here. Okay, and then I'll try to again go to control panel, then again go to terminal, Okay, I'll open the terminal here, and then this is how we'll learn actually, right? So if I do H, then it is printing the history, and if I do alias here one more time, then yes, it is showing me alias H equal to history is actually so that dot bash rc has done the work for us. So when we restarted the terminal, the alias was kind of stored there. So next time it tried to rerun the alias command so that the alias is available for us. So I think this is enough for today. I'll cover the remaining commands in the next session.